Welcome back. Just before the Christmas break, teams are looking to get as many matchups in as they can before ending their first part of the season, and that includes West Monona as they hosted Storm Lake St. Mary's. Now the Spartans enter this one at 4-2. The first quarter here, quick hands from Savannah Lucas is going to lead to a steal. Lucas leading the break, and she gives to Jalen Struble, who handles the rest as the Spartans jump out early. Still in the first, Casey Miller, she's going to pick the pocket, and she'll turn right around and then drop in a bucket as West Monona begins this one on a 27-2 run. Panthers with it now. Ruby Phelps drives. She'll dish to Neely Bacon, and what does she do? Well, she brings it home, and St. Mary's closing the gap here in the second half. Allie Miller dribbles up, hoists the shot, and it hits as the buzzer sounds, and that would be a West Monona win, 78-13. Now, same teams in the boys matchup. First quarter, Dylan Woodyard, he's going to lead the break here for the Spartans. He tosses to Aiden Holverson, who takes this one to the rack to increase the West Monona lead. Later on, Braden Komarick, he steps into one, and that's nothing but net for the junior. Spartans up 17-0 to start the game. Storm Lake St. Mary's trying to get something going. Avery Fretro drives the length of the court and lays it in to cut into the deficit. Panthers looking for more, but Chase Lander comes up with the steal, and he'll dump it off to Elias Sorensen. And the Spartans hit the century mark, winning 100-23.